What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I'm going to do something different. Instead of GOAT, we're going to show an Edison replay that I just played, a ranked match on the Edison format library Discord. So let's see what happened. Excuse me. He wins the rock, paper, scissors, so that sucks. Okay. I've got Royal Tribute, D Prison, Gravekeeper's Commandment, Book of Moon, and Gravekeeper Descendant. He's got Upstart, Allure, looks like Sura, or however you say that. Shura, yeah, Shura. He's got a Vayu, MST, Solemn, Icarus Attack, and Royal Oppression. So he decides to... He's got a lot of good shit here. He decides to set 4 and summon the Shura and say go. He set Royal Oppression, MST, Icarus Attack, and Solemn Judgment. I draw a Book of Moon for turn. So... obviously, I discard this to go get my Necro Valley. And I run the Necro Valley out and decide just to run out the Descendant and try to crash, set everything. I Royal Tribute first because I want to play around Collude. I don't want him to Collude me here. And he lets this go, pretty sure, yep. And I crash, and unfortunately he has the MST, so that's really bad. But he forgot his effect, so, and it says you can. Yeah, so he has a you can effect, so he forgot that effect. That was a misplay number 1. And then he attacks with the Ashura, and I try to deprison, and he chains the Icarus Attack and blows all my shit out. So now I have absolutely nothing. So this is a great start to the Edison. I draw a Book of Moon, set it. He draws Upstart. He runs out his Blizzard, gets back his Ashura. He tries a Synchro, but I got the Book of Moon for it to put it down. And I draw into my Upstart into a Gravekeeper Steel. I instantly play it. And he solemns it. He solemns the steel, so I can't get my Gravekeepers back. And he draws the Icarus Attack, so this shit is pretty much a wrap. I'm literally top decking, and he's got a million cards, so... And I played, this is my 3rd ranked match. I've lost 2, so... trying to get the W here. And he pokes me for more damage, draws DD Crow, which is pretty dead, unless I draw another steel, I guess. And I draw Upstart, I fire it, I draw Trap Dust Shoot, and I just scoop. So that was the game 1. I couldn't really do shit about Solemn, Icarus Attack, every kind of everything. So let's see what happens game 2 now. You get to go first. I open Book of Moon, Mirror Force, Guard, D Prison, Necro Valley, and MST. He's got Delta Crow, Anti-Reverse, Whirlwind, Collude, Icarus Attack, and Caius. I decide to set D Prison, set MST, and set Guard. He draws into Solemn Judgment for turn. He decides to set all 3 of his cards and play the Whirlwind and try to summon for Collude, and I MST the Whirlwind right away, and he does an attack and says go. I draw into a Commandment and see if he has Dust Shoot. He doesn't, so I'm just gonna try to go for my play here. I'm gonna flip the Guard instantly, put it back, sends it back to his hand, play Necro Valley. He says okay, and I poke him for 15, and he takes it. And now I set Book of Moon and say go. He plays Upstart into Ashura, which is pretty nice, and he runs the Ashura out right away and tries to Delta Crow, destroying all my face down, but I chained Book of Moon to put it face down, which was clutch. Glad I didn't set the Mirror Force too, because that would have been really bad. So I draw into Torrential Tribute, looking pretty decent. I try to crash. He changed Icarus Attack and pops my Necro Valley and my Guard. I set Torrential and say go. He draws Upstart into Dark Bribe. He sets the Collude and sets the Dark Bribe and says go. I run the Commandment out instantly, and he solemns the Commandment because he knows that it's going to get punished if he doesn't. So then he tributes for his Caius, and I Torrential the Caius, and he Dark Bribes it, so I get the draw. And he pokes me for 24, and says go and sets Deck Devi. Must be nice. I instantly up Star Goblin into Necro Valley. Not looking too good. I set everything. I try to deprison, and he chains Deck Devi to my shit. So damn, this shit is great. And he drew into a Ashura. I draw Smash the Ground, which he knows, so that's turn 1 on it. He draws to a Blizzard. He runs the Blizzard out on me. Gets his Ashura back. And pokes me for 13, and I just take it. I don't Mirror Force yet. And I draw into a Spy, which is unfortunate. And then I fire the Royal Tribute to get his monster. He draws into a Bora and runs it out right away. And I have the Mirror Force, and he puts a sad face. So I played that pretty damn good on him. And I top deck the Commandment, which plays under Deck Devi. So I run it out, hit him for 21, leave him at 50. He draws into Compulse, sets it. I draw a Dust Tornado. And I poke him for 21. Now he's at 50. Before he was at 40, 41, 50. So now he's at 50. I end phase Dust Tornado the Book of Moon. I draw into Solemn Judgment, which is clutch. I try to attack. He compulses it back. I run it back out, set Solemn, and the game is over. He can't do nothing. Swing for game. Alright, so boom. Let's go. Gravekeepers came up clutch there. I've been playing Gravekeepers for a long time. Actually topped the regional one time, like during Agents format with Gravekeepers, and I was just shitting on everybody. I went like X2 and made top 8. So I remember that shit. That was pretty cool. And I got my invite for Nationals that year, and I just never went. So that sucked. So, game number 3. He's got Blizzard, Bora, Soroku, Icarus Attack, Book of Moon, and Upstart Goblin. Sorry if I'm butchering some of these names. I don't play this that much. I play a lot of GO format, but I know what the cards are. So, he decides to summon Bora, set Book of Moon, and set Icarus Attack, and say go. I draw into Royal Tribute. I've got Necro Valley, Bottomless, Royal Tribute, Cyber Dragon, Necro Valley, and Spy. So I decide just to run the Cyber Dragon out right away. I boarded these in, which was pretty damn clutch because it came in handy here. And then I decide that I'm going to play Necro Valley. And he says, okay, that's fine. And decide to set a monster. And he says, hold up, think on set. So I'm like, okay, do whatever you're going to do. I put that back. He decides to Icarus Attack, popping my Necro Valley and popping my Cyber Dragon. So I decide to play the Necro Valley again, set Bottomless, and fire the Royal Tribute on him. All he has is Book of Moon set. I get both of his monsters, and he's left with Upstart Goblin now, and I have a Spy set. He draws into Value for turn, which is pretty dead. And then he draws Dad, which is another pretty dead card. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't have 3 darks. Oh, he does have 3 darks, but he can't use the effect or something, or he can't drop it. I'm not really sure why he didn't drop that there. I think you could drop it under Necro Valley. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me. Can you, you can at least summon it, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if you can use the effect, but I'm pretty sure you can summon it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can't even summon it or anything. Not really sure. But he didn't summon it, so maybe he thought you couldn't summon it because I didn't see it. And he just passes. I draw Starlight Road. Set the road. I don't flip the Spy yet because I want to play around Torrential or anything he has. So I just leave the Spy set. He draws into Dark Bribe and sets it. Now I draw Royal Tribute. So this is clutch as shit. Instantly fire the Royal Tribute. And he says, oh shit, he could have Dark Bribed me there, but I don't know why he didn't Dark Bribe. That was really sussy on his part. Could have just Dark Bribed me. But I flip the Spy here. Go get Descendant. Poke him for some damage. 3,700. He draws into a Soroku. And I instantly Bottomless it, and now he Dark Bribes me, and I draw Solemn Judgment. And then he pokes over my shit, and that's it. And I draw into a D-Prison with a Solemn Judgment. I decide to crash here. Why he didn't Book of Moon again, I have no idea, but he didn't. And I decide to set Bottomless, set Solemn Judgment, and say good luck. He draws Solemn and sets his. I draw Smashing Ground, which is pretty dead. He draws the Delta shit. And I Upstart Goblin. Looking for a monster. It's another D-Prison. I just say go. He runs out the Gale, and then he tries to Delta Crow me, and I use Starlight Road on it to negate it. And then he tries a Solemn, but I have my Solemn for his Solemn. Only one Solemn in the format, and let's fucking go. I had it, and then he tries to put the Stardust, or he puts the Stardust at 1250. But luckily, I have D-Prison for his ass. So boom, D-Prison the hell out of it. He's not played the Book of Moon yet. He couldn't play it there because he would have definitely lost his Gale. So then I draw into Gravekeeper Steel, which is a fantastic draw right now because it gives me both of my Gravekeeper monsters back. And I run out the Descendant and swing bada. And now his Book of Moon is coming in clutch because it saved him for a turn. I set D-Prison and say go. He draws into Heavy Storm and he scoops. So that's how it went. Hell yeah, Blackwings versus Gravekeepers. And Gravekeepers came out on top. So y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Maybe I'll get a little bit better at speaking when I do Edison format replays. But it's like my second or third one. So y'all have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.